They lock up Denzel Ward. And not only do they lock him up, but Andrew Berry does it in a way that they take money off of the cap this season as they extend him for $100.5 million, and he's now under contract for 6 more years. What about that contract extension and the way they work that out?
Oh, yeah. Well, they did the smart thing, right? Because if you wanted to keep Denzel Ward, and you know he's going into his 5th-year option, you need to get that deal done right now, right? Because you want to lower that cap number. This is part of the reason, and I know people chuckle because I think Kyler Murray put it in his hostage letter with the Arizona Cardinals or whatever that was that he released publicly on his Twitter, that he wanted to help them lower their cap number. I was like, how are you going to get more money and lower the cap? This is how, right? And I try to tell people this all the time because so often NFL fans kind of get wrapped up into the cap logistics. And I warn people, getting wrapped up in the cap logistics is like trying to figure out advanced calculus when you barely know the basic rules of algebra. Like, you have no idea how any of this works. Nobody does. The people in the league barely know how it works. So, like, us trying to, decide what's a good cap move or not right now, it's virtually pointless because we have no idea what the rubric is for that. What we do know is that, hey, they're going to lower the cap number this year. And let's be honest, this is an NFL contract. After 3 years, it's probably going to get renegotiated, right? It's probably going to get restructured. Same thing with Deshaun Watson's deal. His deal is going to be restructured time and time again if he is the franchise quarterback at the Cleveland Browns. So good move right now. Long term, I see a lot of people freaking out about this long term. I would just say, that contract's going to change by the year of that contract you're worried about it. I promise you it's going to get changed by then, right? It never gets to that point in the NFL, right? What happened with Jarvis Landry? He got to that point, they released him. Now they're going to renegotiate a deal or trying to renegotiate a deal with him. Same thing with Odell Beckham. It never gets to that point where the money becomes a real problem because most teams negotiate, kick that down the road, and then, we end up talking about, what's that going to be in 5 years? It never gets to 5 years. It always renegotiates with them too.
The other thing is the NFL has the money printing press running because there's going to be, that cap's going to keep going up and up and up and up and up. There is no end to the evaluation upward of the NFL salary cap because they're just going to keep getting different streams of money that'll come in.
Could you imagine if the NFL was like the NBA? They had luxury tax, so you could go over the cap if you're just willing to pay. The Browns would have everybody on their roster. I was talking about this on Twitter. I don't know what it's like to cheer for a team that can't keep his players. All I hear is about all of these teams. Oh, A.J. Brown don't want to stay with the Titans no more because they won't pay him. Deebo Samuel, he's having issues with this team. How many players have had contract issues this year? Yet the Browns is re-signing everybody, giving out guaranteed money. It must be difficult out there to cheer for a team that don't want to keep their best players. I don't know what that feels like. It's been a while. It's been a while since I know what that feels like.
Tell you what else. It means Andrew Berry understands the salary cap, and that front office understands it pretty well because they're moving it down the road, and they know where they're going to move it next.